Welcome to Off-Grid 406, guys. My name is Kerry. BESTARC, a while back, sent me this welder, this very compact, very lightweight wire feed welder. I've been using this thing quite a bit, and to tell you the truth, I really like this thing. Now, there's a few little items that I pointed out that they have agreed to work on, namely there's, there is little hints of like cheap manufacture here and there. Overall, this thing's been holding up really well. So then they called me up and they asked me if I wanted to review their plasma arc, right? And I said, sure, send it on over. We're gonna do an unboxing. If you guys wanna skip the unboxing, I'll put all the timestamps in the description below so you guys can skip it if you want to. We're gonna unbox this thing. It's been sitting in my garage for a little while. I find this welder to be a pretty handy tool. Got a Lincoln that I've carried for years, but it weighs about 5 times more than this thing. And so this is a lot handier, smaller and more compact. It fits in my small van way better. So let's get a close-up of this, Lisa. Let's, right off the bat, what I'm seeing is another one of these 110 220 plugs. Well, this is wired 220, but we've got this dongle here that they sent with the other machine. This is kind of like their thing that they do. And I believe the plasma is the same way. But you got the option of 110 to 220 with that little plug set up. Let's see what we got here. Something that looks very similar to what we have here. Oh. So here's the basic machine. Honestly, it weighs about the same. So let's see what kind of goodies we got in the bag. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the stuff. Let's see what we got here. All right, I was hoping that would be a part of the kit. The 110 220, and boy, I don't know about you guys, but that really increases the versatility of these things. Got some kind of little hose, maybe. Let's get this off the table. So this hose here, I'm guessing is an air hose. We'll see. Yes, look at that. So we're gonna actually hook our air to here. So you're gonna need an air compressor. I've got this one all ready to go back here, and I've got my generator. Now remember, we're off grid here, so any heavy power draw will usually just go off the generator. All right, so let's try this ground. All right, so it fits the same way. This ground is probably universal between these two machines, I'm guessing, right? So you could use, these grounds, they're just these little twist locks. It seems to be a pretty good system. I mean, very easily put in and taken out, and it's a very solid connection. So pretty cool deal there. Oh wow, look at this. So here's our stinger. Let's get an up close on that. Okay, this doesn't look like it's too bad of quality, actually. You got a safety for your trigger. That's good, because if you set it down, you don't want to burn a hole in your boot, So this is what's going to connect. My wife just pointed something out. Okay, this is the controls. All right. Now we're making headway. These here are for the terminals. So we've got this one goes here, and that makes sense because that's got like compression fitting on there, and that probably seals it for the air. So let's get that on there. It's kind of cold outside. All right, so here we're gonna put this on. A little bag of consumables here that are available. And wow, look at the size of this. Look at the size of this. Well, we're gonna grab some metal and we're gonna see what this thing can actually do. All right, so we got this thing all hooked up. The air's hooked up. We got it set to 50 PSI. The recommended pressure is between 40 and 60. And we got it right at 50, so it's kind of in the middle. Let's get our ground hooked up. There we go. Okay, so there's our ground. The stinger is a lot longer than the ground. Let her rip, tater chip. Too much power, so gotta turn the amperage down to about, let's try 20 amps. Let's try it again. It was cutting good on 30 amps though, let me tell you. Let's try it at 20 amps, or 15 amps rather. That puppy draws more at 110 than that generator can handle, so even at 15 amps. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can wire a 220 plug on that thing, and we're going to give that a shot. Now remember, the one they sent us is different than most of these plugs. So I'm going to have to do a little redneck engineering, and then we'll see if we can get something worked out. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. And just like that, there we are. So this is what I came up with. And here's the cool part about this, is, you know, originally I wanted to do that with the first one, but I didn't want to not have a 110 option, and I knew if I cut this up I would not have a 110 option. So now I have both options, and I can plug this into my generator, which has this RV plug, converts it to this, and then I could plug it into the machine, which has this. And so that's what I came up with. And if I run it on 110, which actually this thing works on 110 just fine. If you were going to run it like full time on 110, I would definitely wire up a 20 amp circuit or better if possible, and then run it like on 15 amps or something, because I know this should be at least a 15 amp breaker on the, no, it says 20 amp on my 120, but it's popping the breaker on this, but I think those breakers are weak. I don't think they're performing quite as good, because my welder pops them too. So let's give this thing a shot and see how it works. Let's see how it functions now with 220. We've tried it with 110. Now let's give it a shot with 220. Perfectly safe. Nothing wrong with this at all. Let's take a look at the front. All right. So I'm gonna kick it up. I mean, spoiler alert, I've already tried it on 30 amps. But let's kick it up to, what will it go to? 50 amps? Wow. It may or may not pop it. Let's try. I don't think it's gonna work, because that's actually rated for 30 amps. 220 30 amps, so which gives me about twice the power of a 110. So let's try it just for giggles. Actually, that works really good. Let's see if we can cut this nut off. Watch your toes there, sweetheart. Got to put the ground clamp on. Works a little better. here's some spring steel. I'm cutting it at its thickest point right here. Let's give it a shot. So what can I say? The thing cuts, and it cuts pretty good. It's gonna do whatever I need it for. Yeah. So the spring steel is anywhere from 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch in thickness, and so it blasted through that no problem. I did have the amperage turned all the way up on this thing, and it did eventually pop the breaker on that. So I think, and it was, you know, it looked to me like it was really had a forceful cut at the 50 amp mark, but 30 amps would be plenty, and that's what my generator makes, and that's probably what I'll run this thing on. This thing seems to operate best on 220, unless like I said earlier, if you have a 110 plug-in, you might want to definitely upgrade to 20 amp if it's not already. Well, there you have it, guys. You know, BESTARC looks like it's going to be a pretty good product. Now, you know, you've seen me review tools in the past, and I'm not easy on my tools. I have made no exception with this one here. You know, other than the body, and I've already got some dings and dent in this thing, so, you know, you can see that it's being used. And I'm not the easiest on my stuff. You know, I'm not making any, you know, you can see a little bend here, you know. So this material on the outside is not real thick now, but it's holding up so far in the environment that I'm putting it through. And it looks like, you know, with this plasma cutter and this welder, that I have pretty much everything I need. But you can grab one of these things by hitting my affiliate link. I'll put the link to both of these machines in there, and I'm going to be doing an updated review on this. This thing, I haven't had it for quite 1 year, but I have been putting it through its paces, and we're going to give you an update on the welder, and I will give you an update on this plasma as well. But so far so good. So for less than the price of a brand new Lincoln, you can have a plasma, and you can have a welder, 110 and 220 option. So I think it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Longevity, of course, is what everybody's wondering, and we're gonna let you know right here on this channel, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching us. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that thumbs up. Be sure and check out the affiliate link below, and get you one of these if you're interested, or not, you know, it's up to you. But as far as me, I'm liking these things pretty good. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.